And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Zone for a touchback.
Jahan, where are you? 42 at the mark. Hey, Ringo, 48. Back to Jahan.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Complete. Smith has it.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop, Develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins gives way to Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Cousins now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mike 42. Hey, we're good. 42. Oh, you got deep?
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Check. Good route kick. I'm coming after you. Where's the high?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Rodgers. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Check 50. Check 50.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep. 30.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's it, baby. That's it. No. 258. 54. Mike, 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, 258.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
First down. 258. We are going. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We want it. Come to my world. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, Steve, sit. Steve, sit.
Watch the sled. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's hot.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, pick it up.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check girls, check. Jan 300, Jan 300. Check 55 to Mike. Check.
Working from the gun, Rodgers looking deep. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
319. Hey, 626. I'm letting you know right now.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers, and his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He sets the and that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, Whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Coaching spill.
Switch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check nickel. Over. Check 43.
This is Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
55, Mike 55.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 31, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the counter, here's Jones. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. On 1st down, Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Jones. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
26.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 52.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder Are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
I got you. I got you.
At the 34-yard line.
Hey, no, easy.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
First.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. He's crashing.
On second down and 4, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and 6.
Pick 30.
40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On the ground, it's Cook. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Bravo!
Cousins. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped a double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Cousins. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
No.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on second and 6, Rodgers. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let's go,
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
At the Vikings 40-yard line.
No, 158.
54, Mike, 54. Watch the screen.
They'll go again to Jones. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. They'll run it with Jones. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up. From his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. It's caught. Smith. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Hey, Wahoo!
First down, here's Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, Charlie.
Again, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, it's Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards. Cousins now from the 50. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
42 is the mark, boys. 42. 42.
Throwing, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 7.
They go play action. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, exit.
Cousins again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
58. 58. Wow, 58.
Rodgers looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Rodgers operating from the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point.